Hey, good morning everybody. It's Max McAllister here from Traxxion Dynamics today. I want to show you how to avoid damaging your Goldstrike grips if you happen to have them. They're aftermarket grips. They're a really nice product that everybody really likes, and but we've had a few people have the rubber inserts come out of the grips, and they're thinking that the grips are in some way defective. But we've found the problem and narrowed it down and can now attribute it to the owners of the motorcycle. So here's what's happening, and here's the telltale sign. So when you see a saddle of a bike with all these boot drag marks over it, that's what's causing the Goldstrike grip to fail. Now you say, how's that possible? So the way the Goldstrike grip goes together, there are two rubber inlays and then a clamshell that clamps around the two rubber inlays and holds them in place. They have adhesive behind them, and by any standard they're good. But so what'll happen is the grip starts coming off to the left, and then these inlays will come out. And so some of the people are trying to blame the Goldstrike grip, but that's not what's happening. Problem is there's a lot of people, let's face it, if you're shorter, heavier, older, your joints don't work, your bunions ache, your corns are bad, some people just have a hard time slinging their leg over their bike. So when you come up to a bike and the Goldstrike grip is damaged and you see all these boot marks across the saddle, or shoe marks, that's because this person's having trouble mounting the bike. Most people hold their left grip and then balance themselves while they pull themselves over the bike. So, but if you can't get your leg over the bike, some people pull really hard. So this was happening to Captain Chuck on the Warhorse. So they'll pull really hard, or they'll do something where they're bouncing back to try and get their leg over. And by doing that, you know, hundreds of times, they just start pulling that grip off and pulling the inlays out. So the two things I can suggest to you are, use a hard part of your bike into the handlebar here, clutch master if you have a 6-cylinder. So there's plenty of other things to grab, places to grab that are hard other than the grip if you happen to have a Goldstrike grip. So there's a knob in here on the handlebar you can easily just wrap your hand around while you're doing that. Another thing that you can do to help yourself if you have trouble getting on is to use your footrest, right? And that gets you several more inches higher on the bike, so you get on, trying to do it with 1 foot on the ground. So I don't normally recommend that if you don't have to do that, just because you're putting more weight on your side stand. That's not necessarily good. But if you have trouble mounting your bike, you have trouble mounting your bike. Make it easier. If you have to replace that side stand every year or two, it's not a lot of money if it bends or gets out of shape. So you can use something hard, step on that plate, and it'll make it easier to mount your bike. And avoid yanking on this grip. The other thing is, if you ever happen to tip your bike over, you don't want somebody pulling on the upside grip and trying to, because you'll pull the grip off there again. So those are my tips on how to make sure that you don't damage your awesome Goldstrike aftermarket grips. So this is a very popular product. People that have them love them. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends, especially if they have these grips or they're interested in buying them, so that they know how to avoid having any trouble with them. My name's Max. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with more great content soon.